Yo, what's good, y'all? This is BRM. Welcome to BRM Live, week 24. The weeks just kind of keep going along here. I'm trying to get in here and do this weekly. Um, Doing the best I can with that. But we do have some extra time, or at least some of us have some time. So I'm trying to get a little bit more consistent with these. But we made it 24 weeks. I'm having a blast. And can't wait to the day where I could get people back in here into my basement here into the studio, so we could continue to do our interviews and stuff like that, and have our guest host and all that fun stuff. But I do actually have a guest today. I got an interview today with Hilgy. If you are not familiar with his music, you've got to check him out. Great artist, super creative. He does a great job with his video and video editing, and he's doing good work right now. He was on tour with Dylan Chase, a long time Christian hip hop veteran. So he's out there doing his thing. I'm happy for him. Actually got a chance to know him personally some years back, and it was just cool to see him kind of growing and getting his music out there, and people are hearing him. So kudos to Hilgy, man. And we're gonna do just a little interview. I got a little interview that I took, and we're gonna go ahead and listen to that and kind of watch that. So that will be the guest for this week. I'm gonna try to do that more, get them in on some Zoom, get people in on some Zoom interviews, and kind of go from there. So I'm excited to show you guys that. We are going to get into the videos. I got a couple videos this week, and we can check those out, give some reviews on those, give you the what I liked segment about those videos. I think you guys will enjoy those. And then we got a couple other things too. I got a segment that I'm kind of starting. A pastor friend of mine, Michael Alvarez, has been going on Facebook and given these just short little things that have God has kind of put on his heart, and he's been sharing that. So I wanna play that. Anytime he shares it, I'm gonna share it on my show, and I'm gonna call it Nuggets with Mike. I sent him the name of it. He thought it was kind of funny, but we're gonna call it Nuggets with Mike, because he says that he goes, gang, let me tell you guys, can I share with you a little nugget or a little word of wisdom? So I love Mike. I love the way he preaches the word and gets it out there. So we're going to call that Nuggets with Mike. So I'm going to play that. So we're going to have a couple different things going on along with the video. So the show might be a little long. If you want to check in, go get some food and come on back or whatever. You guys can just sit around and enjoy. Appreciate you guys tuning in. So let's just get right into it. I'm actually going to start the show off with this word from Mike. I really enjoyed what he had to say this week, and he was just talking about where are we drawing, where do we draw our worth from, our value. I don't know why I couldn't get that worth out. I was thinking of value, and I'm saying worth. Where are we drawing that from? Are we drawing it from other people? Are we drawing it from other things? So I like what he had to say. I want y'all to check it out. We're going to go ahead and get into it. This is Nugget.
Hey everyone. Hey, would you mind if I just deposit just a small nugget of wisdom to you? I was reading scripture the other day and I came across John chapter 15, verse number 16. Remember, the Bible's broken up in chapters and verses. And this is Jesus having a conversation with a group of people. He said, "You did not choose me, but I actually chose you, and I appointed you to bear fruit." And not just a little bit of fruit, but much fruit, fruit that will last. Let me ask you a question. Did you know that loneliness isn't the same thing as aloneness? That loneliness isn't the same thing as aloneness. Let me explain. You see, loneliness says that I need certain persons to give me my purpose. And when they don't, I actually get sad, I get depressed, I get lonely, I isolate myself, and I feel abandoned. But aloneness says that I need certain persons to line up with my purpose. And when they don't, it is my responsibility to separate myself from them and align myself up with those that do. You see, here's the thing, that in both of those situations, you have very similar feelings, but only one of them pushes you towards your destiny. You see, here's the problem with this. Most of the time, we chase after people to give us our purpose, our significance, our value. But it's interesting that Jesus says in John chapter 15 that I've actually from the very beginning of your life and my life, from the very beginning, God destined for you and me to do something significant and something great. He actually is the one that put value in you and me. You see, here's the problem with this, that most of the time we will chase after certain people. We will exhaust certain people to try and siphon something out of them to give to us that they were never designed to do. Let me ask you a question. Where do you draw your value from? Who are you drawing your value and your significance from? Is it from people? Is it from the certain praises of people? Or is it from the one who from the very beginning already put value and purpose and significance in you? I want to challenge you to go after the one, to seek after the one who's already done this for you, and to not chase after people to do this for you. I hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you later.
So that was, that was something Mike shared, and I thought that was great. I know a lot of us probably do that. Especially, I think as artists, we can kind of get into that. We want people to like what we're doing. We want to put stuff up. We'd like to hear sometimes those praises and those, you like to hear that you're doing a good job. But it's definitely, it's not where we draw our value from, where our worth from. And I think we need to remember that. And I liked what he was saying about the aloneness and loneliness. That was cool too. So that was a good word. Appreciate Mike going on Facebook and doing those little short things. I'm not someone who likes to just sit and read and read and read and read. I wish I was, but I love it when somebody like Mike gets on Facebook or something like that and shares something that he's been that God put on his heart. I just enjoy listening to that stuff. So hopefully y'all enjoyed that. That was pretty cool. Thanks, Mike. Shout out to you, man. Keep bringing those nuggets, and I'm gonna keep putting them on the show. Nuggets with Mike. So appreciate it. We're gonna get into the interview with Hilgy. Again, I'm just gonna kind of set it up. Hilgy's somebody who I came across with about years ago now. I'll let the interview kind of speak for itself, but I've known Hilgy for a while now. Got a chance to talk with him and hang with him and do some music with him before he moved to Texas, and I've enjoyed watching his growth and where his music is going and where it will go, and just seeing some of the stuff in his personal life come into fruition, and just some cool things that I remember him talking about and talking to me about now coming to life for him. So pretty cool. I'm going to set it up. This is my man Hilgy. This is our interview. Check it out. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. Yo, what's good, man? I'm here with my man Hilgy. We are doing a little interview here since I can't have him in the studio and we're all locked down on this quarantine right now. I just wanted to get a chance to interview him, chat with him. Hilgy's actually somebody who I had a chance to hang out with for quite some time, a little bit in my life here as I kind of started Christian hip hop and kind of got moving a little bit and put some music out. So I'm excited to have him on. Hey, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. BRM. I'm on a BRM show, ladies and gentlemen. Come on.
I made it.
Let's go. I made it. I mean,
Hey, no, thanks for getting on, man. This is fun. If we're all locked up, we might as well do something productive and
mhm,
stay
absolutely.
sane, do music,
Right. For real, man.
chop it up. Man, I'm excited.
A lot of
Um,
Netflix, a lot of
Netflix,
All American. Man, have you seen that show? That
All
show.
American's a great show.
Woo!
Yeah.
Love that show.
I don't watch it like all the time. My wife, she loves to watch shows and all that kind of stuff. But every time
Uh,
I go put that on, I said, oh, okay, this is a real one. This
oh
is a real
yeah.
show here.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah. So, guys, I'm gonna kind of break it down like I usually do when I have somebody here actually with me live. I just want to give you a little background of how we came to know each other a little bit. And I'm gonna let Hilgy talk about what he's got going on, what he's gonna be doing, and just kind of all that kind of good stuff. So, first thing I'm gonna kind of get into is Hilgy and I actually met Hilgy through a mutual friend, Mike Alvarez. He had a group, like a small group, young adult group going on at the time called Unnamed.
Shout out a name.
Shout out Unnamed, and some of them dudes, I still see them. Some of those people there, out and about in different places. So that's been dope. But that's how I met Hilgy. I actually saw him online. I think he was doing some of the video stuff for them. Very talented on the video end. If you need any video services or anything that done, hit up Hilgy Films. I'll leave stuff in the comment field so you guys can follow him and all that stuff. But super talented. I saw him musically, and I was very intrigued when I heard his music. So, Eric, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how did you kind of get started writing? Everyone's got that story. We've all told it a lot of times, but I don't know that I've ever heard how you kind of got started writing. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I got started doing music. It was kind of accidentally, whatever. Accidentally. One more syllable.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was like 17, 18 years old, and I was really like just lost in my life. I was hurting. I was doing a lot of drugs, and I just felt so like much despair. Like, what do I do with my life? I feel lonely. I have no friends. Literally felt like the biggest outcast in the world. That's why I relate to NF. But anyway, no story. So I would go to the gym every night, get my little basketball shots up, my little John Stockton, my little Jason Williamson. Just kidding. And then every night I would go to Steak and Shake after the gym, and I would be there from like midnight to 4 a.m. because I'm just nocturnal. I didn't sleep. I would like literally be crying at night because I feel like so just alone in my heart. Wow. And I started writing in my notebook just like letters to God, like, God, I don't know if you're real. I don't know, like, if you hear me, but I just feel lost. And my soul was just like crying out to him. And I would write those letters, which actually I still have them. They're in my closet. That's crazy. Wow. I was reading them last night, which is so crazy. And then those turned into raps. So like those letters every night at Steak and Shake, they turned into like 1 song, 2 songs, 3 songs, 4 songs. And then this church hit me up because I posted one of my songs online, and they're like, hey, can you share that story at my church? And I was like, sure, this is awesome. I'm like 20 years old, and you want to have me out at your church? Okay. Yeah. So I did a song. I think it was like Christ is Coming Back, the first one. And then ever since then, I just started building literally just a snowball of relationships. That's and awesome. God's been opening doors ever since. So
that's awesome. Yeah, no, so I know a little bit of your background, some of what you've gone through and some of that stuff. And a lot of that stuff is showing up in your different albums, different music, different singles, which I always appreciate, hearing people's testimony, people's stories come to life in a song. I can relate to that as a rapper, and everybody, if people who like music can relate to that kind of stuff. So I love how you're taking what has happened to you in your life for the negative and now put it in for the positive, and then, of course, pointing it to God as well. So super dope, man. I'm a fan. I've really been enjoying what you've been doing. So that's kind of cool hearing, about the Steak and Shake. I never knew that's kind of where it started for you. So that's dope. I like that. Another question I have for you was, so you started writing kind of in high school, which is that's a good time to start. I feel like a lot of people probably started in high school, maybe junior high-ish, but definitely high school. I can kind of feel people kind of start in that time. Now for you, I know you've gone at music in different ways. You musically, you do music, you try to put that out. you do a lot with film. You're creative in everything that you do. I can tell. What kind of got you into some of those other things, like the video aspect? Musically, we get that. You got bars. You're able to spit. You kind of worked on your craft as you've gone along. What kind of got you in that video, or why'd you do that?
So I have I said this before? I don't think I told anyone this.
Nice.
I was at my first studio ever, and then it was like I was like 19. I was at my first studio, or 20, and then I remember the engineer, like he wasn't, and it's not his fault, he wasn't getting down the vision how I wanted the song a certain way. And I was like, I remember feeling so upset in my heart, like I was like angry because I wanted to like share the things that Jesus put in me to the world. And I was like, well, this has got to sound how I want it to sound. And I'm not knocking the studio guy, but it wasn't matching my vision. So that same day I went to Guitar Center and like, bought a whole bunch of studio equipment, went to my mom's basement and like set up a studio. And then I recorded all my stuff and engineered it. And then the video aspect came into play when I was like, okay, I have all this audio now, but I want the world to see what I do. So now what do I do? Okay, well, I got to get a camera now. So I went to Best Buy and bought a camera. And then I started recording stuff like all the time with my buddies, anything. And like, I'm not gonna lie, it was like the dumbest stuff ever. It was like so whack. Like the quality was horrible. Like I think back to all the first videos I recorded, like, and so I just developed a passion for it. And I was like 19, 20. Yeah. And I just kept going with it ever since and made a bunch of failures and
getting better.
just getting better over time. And
that's dope. That's dope because I sometimes some people just kind of have maybe like a knack for, like, they were just like, oh man, I really like photography or but I think yours is actually a little bit similar. When hearing you say it, it's kind of similar as mine. Is like, all right, now I got these songs, but now people want to see it because their attention span.
And actually, shout out Calvary Church, because when I was in the youth group there at NXT, I remember this guy, Peter, in the video department, he let me record on a Wednesday night. Oh. And then after that, I was like, hey, can I edit this? And he was like, sure, bro, go ahead. Oh, and I was like, I was in the studio editing, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And I remember that feeling of like developing this like love to edit.
There it is. Yeah.
So I think that was another key component to it.
That is probably key. Yeah. No, and that makes sense too. That definitely makes sense. But it's kind of cool. Like sometimes we just kind of start something just out of necessity, because like either we don't want somebody else to do it, we don't want to pay him to do it, we don't want. I mean, just be truthful and honest. And you just kind of build kind of a love for it. Like I love sitting. My videos are all right, but I love sitting there and just editing them now. Like it's a blast. Like I love it. I love the creative aspect of it. So that's cool. And that's cool that somebody gave you a chance to do that. And then you kind of ran from it from there. You got better. You probably saw it and was like, oh man, let me check YouTube and learn how to do this or whatever.
Oh yeah. And I see you with the editing skills. Dude, like the effects, the transitions you're coming up with. I'm like, dang, like, dude, Brandon's like getting good. I tell my wife, bless you, all the time. I'm like, yo, Brandon's like killing it.
He's getting a little better. He's getting a little better.
So I think that's cool.
Appreciate it. No, that's awesome. It's so fun watching, and it's always cool seeing other people do it, because somebody's doing something better than you learn from them, So if we're all dumb if we don't take little tips from other people or whatever. So that's the way I see it.
That's the story of my life. Just hipping up next to somebody smarter than me, man. I don't have no college, no nothing. Just
that's all we could do.
I just ask questions.
No, that's great. That's great. You just said that. Because I was going to actually talk about relationships. That's something anytime I get a chance to talk with somebody, I bring it up all the time. Or if they say something about, if there was a tip you could give somebody kind of starting to do music, younger people or whatever, what would you give them? And the same answer I give them all the time is what we were even joking about before. Have fun with it and build relationships.
Oh yeah, dude, that's like the number one thing right there.
Yeah. How did you kind of feel, when did you kind of feel like that maybe clicked in your head about the relationship part of either building with other people? You did a nice tour with Dylan Chase there, it looked like. There's a guy who's been around for a long time. Like what a connection to make there.
Yeah.
And what a great brother I'm sure he is. I haven't met him personally, but I can just tell.
Shout out Dylan.
Yeah, shout out, man. But that's just super dope. When did you kind of feel like that kind of started happening for you as far as the relationships and that clicked in?
I think God always put this thing in me when I was younger of like curiosity, almost to like a fault, like a super vulnerability. And that got me hurt so many times growing up. Like you have no idea, like relational wise, like all this just pouring out my heart to people. But like I
Tough.
learned to like rein it back over the years and just like, but still ask those vulnerable questions to people. And I think it's just something God put in me. It's like, I really want to know how this person did this. So I'm like, hey man, can you help me out with this? Can you show me how to do this? Like, I don't care. I don't look at, I don't care how dumb I look or like, I don't even think, but people think sometimes, oh, you're asking questions, you don't know the answer. Bro, why are you saying that? Like, you know, like, why would you not be humble and just ask the question that you don't know? Like,
Right.
It's because people, they're not comfortable with who they are. Anyway, whatever. So it's just
whatever.
yeah, it's just, I don't know. You just ask questions and be humble and I don't know, just
learn,
figure it out.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's dope. So that was something that you sought relationships kind of growing up. So musically, as you kind of got into that, there was just something that just kind of, you made the move to Texas, which was, I kind of felt like was me as an outsider looking into, you know, kind of as an outsider, whatever, watching you make that move seemed to be a good one for you as far as your life. You married to your beautiful wife, Blessy, shout out. That's big ups to you there. The music kind of started to kind of get moving a little bit. Tell us a little bit about that Texas move and how that's been in your life.
So it's funny because like I feel like a year prior to even moving to Texas or even meeting my wife, Blessy, like I always felt like in my spirit, like I was going to be moving and I didn't know what that was. I'm like, when I would like just talk with God, like I just sensed like I was going to be like moving and traveling a little bit. And I was like, what, this is weird. Like I love Aurora. Like all my friends are like, what is this? Yeah. So, and then I remember I was at a Starbucks, just doing some video editing. And then I was just taking a break and I was scrolling on Instagram. And then one of my friends, V Rose, shout out V Rose. She's awesome. She posted a picture at a girls conference with Blessy. And I saw her, she was wearing black pants, red shirt. I was like, dang, like who is this? Straight black hair. I was like, let's go. So then I messaged her. And I like, man, it's so weird. Like I never like DM, like slide in the DMs. Like I'd message her. I was like, hey, you speak at conferences? Like, that's awesome. I didn't know you knew V Rose, stuff like that. And we just started talking. And then the connection point, I'll get to how I moved to Texas in a sec. It was, all in all, was Blessy. Well, that was one of the main reasons. But she had a speaking gig in Chicago. And then that's when we first like officially met, because we've been talking for like a month or two prior. So we met in Chicago. We started talking. We started dating. We started flying back and forth. I'm like, dang, I love this girl. So the biggest reason why I moved to Texas is because I found my wife, Blessy. Yeah. The second reason why I moved to Texas is because my job at the time, Boosterthon, they had a position in San Antonio. I was like, dang, that's two strikes. There's like two people or two reasons why. And then the third one was the relationships for music. Like there was just like a lot of friends out here. And I was like, well, I guess Texas it is.
That was big. Yeah. No, I again, as somebody kind of watching, you know, we got a chance to hang and talk a little bit when you were over here in Aurora. I kind of met you later in my life, a lot later in my life. But got a chance to get to know you a couple years. And it was cool when I saw you move to Texas and kind of see the things in your life start to come to fruition a little bit. So that was super dope. And it was just cool to watch and cool to still keep watching. So blessings, man. Keep it going. I love it. I guess the last thing is I wanted to kind of get into was, you know, we all have kind of things that during this time with this quarantine stuff, we did a quick little joke through a text the other day. And we were just kind of like, hey, we're kind of having a good time with this. Obviously there's a lot going on and it's sad. People are dying out here, family member and all that kind of stuff. It's terrible and sucks to just be quite frank. But for some of us creatives, we got some time now. How much are you getting done during this time? I think we're kind of the same a little bit.
Yeah. My producer just texted me right now.
Yeah. Oh, what we got?
I don't know. I don't even know what this is.
I've been on my grind, I swear, like every single day. All these rappers out here, they just want to see me fade. No, sir. Before I give in, I want to give the people what they want. Stay open, more like open or stop. Recalibrate that and fortify. I ain't water create better quarantine or order this orderly.
Yeah.
Cause when I body the pain, I probably could profit a lot. Wrap it up, I will pain. But I won't go there. I'm the interviewer. I don't want no co-host share. I don't want to hang on people saying life not fair. Negativity, the enemy. I'm independent, dependent of places. Vicinities I want to be in. Don't need to eat this. I eat my feet and what I want to be. All I want is to cover up.
Okay, so that was okay. I know what that was.
Now, who is that?
That was me.
Oh, that
Like,
was you. It sounds different through the phone.
So this song is called. Okay, I'm just gonna spill it. I don't care about the whole promo thing. I'm making an album called Contentment. This is a skit called Lack of Contentment. So I was trying to like rap prideful and like act like I don't have contentment. Because the whole body of work is all about like just having contentment during. Not even just as quarantine or just like in our hearts. Like, I feel like we are just always searching for that next thing. And it's like, yo, like it's okay to be still. Like, no, God is on the throne and he is in control. And so like, that's the whole theme of the album. And it's funny. He just sent me the lack of contentment.
Love it. So you've been busy, obviously. You've been busy during this time, using this time. Yeah, no, dope, man. You know, it's funny because a lot of creatives, I feel like, are using this time right now. You can just scroll through your feeds and see everybody post. You know, we all know so many artists and that kind of stuff. Everybody's working right now. So, kudos to everybody putting in some work right now. This is a good time to use that for, and obviously time to maybe reflect a little bit too. For sure. What's one thing you kind of just, you don't have to get super deep into it. What's one thing you kind of reflected on during this time?
Absolutely. Yeah. So like, it was like a couple days into the quarantine, it was like, a couple weeks back or like almost a month ago.
Yeah.
I was like, man, bless you. I came home from work. I was like, I feel like we need to like pray and we need to fast. Like we need to, because like right now all the distractions are like being taken away from us. And it's like, I feel like God's like, all right, so what's your excuse now? You know? And I was like, I came home so heavy heart. I was like, bless you. I think we're supposed to like fast and pray. You ever feel that feeling in your spirit? It's like very heavy, and it's like I'm like, oh shoot, what's going on? Okay, we gotta stay quiet. We gotta listen. So one thing, just reflecting, like the goodness of God, like He is faithful, He's in control. Like, and I think God's like, man, God's, dude. It's a lot of times we think we have it. We're like king of our lives. We're not. Not at all. God's always gonna have His way. Like,
that's
dude,
awesome.
It's just, so I guess to answer your question, what is like reflecting on like a reverence for God, like not like having this like oh, God's in my back pocket, but like no, an actual reverence where it's like yo, like He's God and like I'm like His creation, like I'm to look up to Him and reflect everything to Him. So
absolutely love it. Yeah, I love that, and I definitely had the same reflections as well, and for me too, just trying to. Those different routines, you know, we all get into these same routines every day. You know, I get up, I go play ball, I come home, I shower, I go to work, I come home, and you know, it's with the kids, get dinner ready with the kids, and wife comes home, and we just kind of see each other for just a little bit, and then we go to bed, and it really kind of got me thinking, like, all right, I need to slow down.
What's been your favorite quarantine meal? Your favorite quarantine dinner plate?
Too many of them, that's for sure. But my favorite has probably been a pizza. I just always like pizza.
Let's go.
You just give me a Jack's pizza, and
bro, that's what I had earlier. Dude. Me and Blessing went to the store. We got like 15 Jack's pizzas, and then she'll put a little bit of extra stuff on it, some more pepperonis. Jack's, man, can never go wrong with Jack's.
Yeah, it's over.
Right.
But I mean, for the most part, I mean, we've been eating kind of the same. We try to be eating at home. DoorDashed a couple times. Probably shouldn't even really be eating out, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, same old, really.
Yeah.
But no, that's dope, man. You know, again, what do you got? You got the Contentment. That's a song. You said that's an album.
Yeah. So it was gonna be an EP, but I think it's me and this guy Riley. He's a super cool guy. I love Riley. He goes by Fameless on Spotify. Super dope. And him and I are just creating songs and skits, and we compiled a lot. So I think it's going to be an album. I have what else? Something else. I have another actually project, an album coming out with another producer, John Payne. Shout out John Payne. Super dope. Love that dude.
Awesome.
And that's coming. I don't even know if I was supposed to say that. Sorry, John, if that was too early. I know.
There'll be a
Anyway,
few people to watch. That's all.
Yeah.
Those are the only people who will know.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, I got some stuff in the works.
Oh, love it, man. Yeah, that's cool, man. I guess the last thing is for anybody who's actually watching, if anybody watches the BRM shows or anybody who follows some of my music, I just wanted to bring this up for anybody to know, since I have you on. Mr. Hilgy here, Mr. Eric Hilgers, was one of the guys where I kind of transitioned my sound into a different in your face, more type of rapping. And literally at that time, when I kind of made that transition, I met Hilgy and saw what he was doing. And for me, when I saw Hilgy doing it along with some other people, local people like Big Bean and J.O. and some of these other guys who were just local, come with that little more in your face rapping. For me, it gave me that extra boost to say, oh, wow, there's other guys who are doing it. They're still pointing to Christ. It gave me an extra boost to go with it.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
To see other people doing that. Because I was, when I started Christian rap, I've only been doing it like 7 years. So like when I first started into it, I was trying to do like these singing choruses and this real like soft kind of rapping, only because I thought that's what you had to kind of do in Christian rap.
Right.
But again, as I kind of made that change, and then literally I kind of met you guys at the same time, it just let me know I could do this the way I'm kind of envisioning doing this.
Praise God, man.
So that was super
awesome.
dope. And I actually tell people all the time, anytime I do interviews or whatever, I always give shout outs. They say, who you listen to, who are some of the people that kind of helped your sound. And I always bring up people back in the day that I listened to, like the Eminems, Jada Kiss, Cannabis. Those are all people who kind of helped mold my sound. But my newer sound, in my last 4 or 5 years, I always bring up the local cats. And I always tell
that's
Hilgy,
what's up, man.
J.O. and Big Bean and some of those dudes. So, hey,
honored, man. Honored.
Shout out to y'all, man. It's super dope.
Humbling.
Again, I'm glad you were able to come on the show here today, man. And
dude,
yeah. So you coming out with some stuff. We'll all look out for that. I'm gonna drop your info below in the comments when we do the show. After we're finished here, and everybody can check that out. So,
awesome.
Anywhere else anybody could check you out at, just go ahead and shout it out.
I'd say just 2 places. The 2 main ones are YouTube. So all you do is just type in Hilgy, Hilgy, and then Instagram for Hilgy Music. So Hilgy Music. So I'm not too like keen on like Twitter, although I probably should be. Or I just created a TikTok, but I don't think I'm gonna post anything on that.
There's so much stuff to keep up with.
Dude, yeah, for real. So just Instagram and YouTube. So
I love it, man. Hey, appreciate you, man. I'm gonna go ahead and stay after this for a couple minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and end this now. But that was Hilgy, y'all, and we're gonna get back into the BRM Live show. Appreciate it. Peace.
Awesome. Love you guys.
Yo, so that was the interview with Hilgy. Usually when I have somebody here live in the studio, we try to chop it up real quick for about 10 minutes. I like to hear about what they got going on. Let them plug what music or events or anything like that they have coming up. With Eric, it's been a while since I got a chance to chat with him, and it was great to catch up. And I just wanted to kind of highlight him for a little bit longer than what I usually do. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. That was Hilgy. I'm gonna put his stuff in the comment field. You guys follow him and all that good stuff. So that was the interview with Hilgy. We got a chance to see the Nuggets with Mike. Now I want to get into some music videos. We got 3 or 4. We got a spoken word. We got a couple of other things. But the first thing I'm going to play is I'm going to play one of the things that I talked about on last week's show was Mike was talking about learning a new skill during this time. And I took that to heart. I think we all need to be learning a new skill during this time. We all need to slow down, come up with maybe some new routines that are healthier for us, spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever. And so one of the things that we've been doing with my daughter Reagan was trying to get her to learn some piano. So I always put stuff about my son on here because he's rapping. He's trying to get into some of that stuff like I am. But she's got into some piano. So I recorded this video of her. So I want y'all to check her out. We decided I showed her how to like put a beat to it. and instantly she was this is just a proud dad moment. She instantly picked up on like how to like listen to the beat and then play the piano with the beat, not just by like having no beat. So I thought it was pretty cool. She picked up on it pretty quickly. I'm gonna play a quick little video here. Y'all might get a kick out of it. So check it out. This is Reagan. Yo, that was Reagan, killing it on the keyboard with that little beat. Maybe someday she'll make some beats for me. That would be great. Or maybe I'll make some for her. That'd probably be better. That'd probably be better for all of us. So super dope. So yeah, try to find something that you can learn. I've been trying to learn some different effects and transitions and stuff like that for videos, and trying to implement some reading in the morning and stuff like that. So hopefully we're all trying to better ourselves, better those around us, and learn a new skill. So that was cool. So that was Reagan. All right, we're gonna get into some videos. The first one I got queued up is a spoken word, and this is from Jay Fish. We call him back in the days. I actually known this guy for quite a while. We used to play ball together, and I noticed that he's into like some spoken word. I've seen it for quite a while now. So he did a spoken word video for his Easter service for a church. I don't know if it was one of your tens or whatever, but thought it was pretty cool. He did a great job. Known him for a long time, so wanted to go ahead and play his spoken word video. So y'all check this out.
They say one line, one beautifully delivered rhyme can freeze time, can change minds, send a Holy Spirit shiver down your spine, and make hearts align. So here's mine. Today, together we stand in great uncertainty. We stand in adversity. And many of us hope and demand an explanation, but we get none. And when we ask why and get no answer, that's called lamentation. But in this time of grief, as we mourn and weep, we must keep in mind that God weeps too, weeps with you, and offers the greatest reassurance to get you through. The great I am, through his Son, says, I am the resurrection and the life. And many of us consider this a future event, a heavenly actuality. But Jesus reminds us that it is a present reality. Today, he can resurrect your sorrow. Today, he can resurrect your anxiety. Today, he can resurrect your pain. Today, he can resurrect your worry. He doesn't promise us no pain, no sorrow, no hurt. No, he promises us resurrection out of it. He reminds us that he doesn't just give life, he is life. He reminds us that the resurrection is not just an event, it is a person who already overcame everything that this life gave, a person who conquered the grave. So what needs to die today? What do you need to let go of? Your doubt? Your fear? Your addiction? What do you need to throw in the tomb of Black Friday so you can grab hold of the one who can move that rock today? So you can grab hold of the one who brings the resurrected Sunday.
Yo, so that was great. Fish brought that. I saw that on Facebook. Thought I had to share it. Thought he did a great job. There's something about spoken word that's super powerful, especially when because it's slowed down. It's not to the beat. Things aren't hyped up. It's not a music video. It's not this or that. You can really listen to what's being said. So that's what I definitely respect about spoken word. So great job, man. Shout out to you. And maybe sometime we'll have to get some spoken word on a track sometime. So appreciate you, man, doing that. Let's get into the next one. We got a couple of videos. Not gonna play 5 this week. I think I got 3 or 4. So let's go ahead and take a look. We got Mitch Durrell and Chris Knoll, Staying Inside. They dropped this about a week or 2 ago, I think. Let's get into that. Staying Inside by Mitch Durrell and Chris Knoll.
It's quarantine music. Mr. L, Chris Noel. You know what it is. Come on. Whew. Yeah. I've been alone in my room, dying of boredom and watching cartoons. Rapping on tracks and I'm scrolling the gram, calling my homies and texting the fam. Extrovert, I'ma start losing it. Talk to myself in the mirror, then snooze a bit. Wake up and use the Roku again, Netflix or Hulu, depends on what mood I'm in. Pull out my Bible to study, I'm praying soon I can hang out with my buddies. They might put me in a straitjacket, washing and drying my hands like I'm Maytagging.
I know you won't beef like a werewolf at full moon. Don't ask me for steak, all we got is these noodles. Ran out of tissue, I tried to be frugal. Hate number 2 when you gotta go. I would do anything for a bag of these shamans. Dressing all black like a Marvin the Martian. Hide in that bush with a ski master bargain. Watch out the popo, stay posted, they watching. Officer, look, Mr. Look, I really got an issue. I done ran out of toilet tissue. Don't want no stains upon my bridges.
Homie, we staying inside. I might go crazy, I'm losing my mind. Homie, we staying inside. Put on some music, we catching a vibe. Homie, we staying inside. I might go crazy, I'm losing my mind. Homie, we staying inside. Put on some music, we catching a vibe.
Feeling like I'm on a psychiatric list. Straight jacketed. Dose up off laxatives. They say outside hazardous. Where the battle is, and ain't no coming back like Lazarus. But I be on the block with toilet paper, sanitizer, homie, in my trench coat. I got what you need for the low. Oh no, here come the popo. Product return to my hand like a yo-yo. You never saw me, better go home. If they catch you, boy, you so low. Don't mention my name, that's a no-no.
Man, it feel like the time is in slow-mo. I'ma jump out of bed like a pogo. Got nothing to do, I'm stuck in a room. Gaming, I got something to prove. Playing Call of Duty while I'm off of duty. Can't go to work or my job will sue me. That's fact. Room clean is a throne of God. I'ma rage all day while I'm playing card. I turn it off. All I do is eat and solve. I'm bored to the core, need the weekend off. From the quarantine, I need to go beyond. This room is like the tomb, it's feeling wrong. Homie, we staying inside. I might go crazy, I'm losing my mind. Homie, we staying inside. Put on some music, we catching a vibe. Homie, we staying inside. I might go crazy, I'm losing my mind. Homie, we staying inside. Put on some music, we catching a vibe.
Yo, that was Staying Inside, Mitch Durrell and Chris Dole. A fun track, one of those type of quarantine flows. A lot of people, a lot of rappers were tagging, just putting something out there about this time. It's cool to have fun with it. You know, I've seen some serious ones. I've seen some people just having fun with it. We need them all. We need them all during this time. So let creators be creatives. Let us deal with it the way we want to deal with it. So that was cool, man. Shout out to them. Dope video. Nice flow. Nice little hook there. They're just trying to get something out there, have some fun with it. It turned out great. So nice job, fellas. All right, let's get into another one. I do have one here. This is, since we highlighted, since I was talking about some quarantine type flows, this one here is from K Levy, I believe out of Baton Rouge. If I want to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, I want to say he's from Louisiana in that area. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. This is one of his another quarantine flows. He called this video "Running." I always like to give shout outs to these people when we're making videos and it's just us. We got the tripod up, shooting the videos, doing what we can, editing it. So shout out both of these videos. Look like they just threw a tripod up, had some fun, gave us all visuals to go along with these songs that we write. So K Levy, "Running," check it out.
Yeah. Quarantine flow. Hey. Yeah. Hey, there's been quarantine flow. Yes, Lord. Quarantine flow. Running. Yeah. Yeah. We been ripping and running till we out of breath. We run the team, run the squad, or we run the set. We run the drugs, run the money, yeah, we run the sex. We quarantine, probably trying to figure out what we'll be running next. Running from ourselves, running from our own reality. Running with our baggage, don't care about any casualties. People confused, being busy with being real. Distracted by distractions, terrified to keep it still. You get exposed when you not running. So many homies that I know run 4 foes when the cops coming. In tip-top shape, but flip-flop faith. Running in the wrong direction made me miss my way. Honestly, probably was running too much. Need to sit down and listen. In prime condition, but God knows there's something missing. All our lives been running for some peace or for none. Till a virus comes and suddenly there's nowhere to run. Running. I don't know what I'm going through. I got nowhere to run to. I've been isolated, I ain't got nowhere to go. When I get uncomfortable, the only thing I know is running. Lost and confused, tell me what do you do? What are you doing? Running from the world, are you running from you? So used to running from your insecurities, isolation illuminating your fears and tendencies. So afraid, running from the thoughts of being looked over. We gotta be seen, so we expect the world to push over. Keep it 100, you done ran before. You done took off once or twice when things didn't go how you planned they go. Now you realize you gotta isolate and stay in place. And the only thing can save you is your saving grace. We run when we afraid, and like we running to stay in shape. Claim that we got faith in our visions, yet we afraid to wait. Ashamed to make mistakes, acting busy to create a sense of self-security, but putting too much on our plates. Cool runners, trying to find our way and navigate. Hard cause we don't know when we'll be back to normal. What's the date? Things will never be the same, I can guarantee it. We need this isolation, hope it's not too late to see it. Cause we I don't know what I'm going through. I got nowhere to run to. I've been isolated, I ain't got nowhere to go. When I get uncomfortable, the only thing I know is running. Lost and confused, tell me what do you do? What are you doing? Running from the world, are you running from? This is something we never seen before, so running might not do the trick. Gotta speak into his people, if you running, you gon' miss. Running from the truth, running from the things that do exist. If you gon' find the truth in nothing, hope you find the truth in this. We so distracted by our busy.
Yo, so that was Running, K Levy. I'm gonna cut it a little short there. Trying to keep the show at a decent time. Man, dope track. Love the verses of that there. Again, nice job. I love the grind when I see, because I know about it. When you set up a nice tripod, you shoot vids. You shoot video, you put the tripod up, come up with the scenes, think of some creative things in your head, and you try to make them come to life all by yourself. So, dope. Shout out to you, man. Love the verses there. Been watching some of the work on Facebook and some of the quarantine flows, man. Keep it up. Like what you're doing, man. So nice job. Nice job. We're going to get into another one. Get into another video here. We got, since we had Hilgy on, and he is the guest of the week. And since I interviewed him, I picked up one of his tracks, one of his latest videos, For Those Asking by Hilgy. Check it out. Again, just a dope video, simple, probably right outside his house. Some of these sometimes can be some of the best videos. It doesn't have to be super elaborate to still get your point across. So, dope track here. Check it out. Hilgy, For Those Asking.
Shout out my dogs, Willow and Hazel. Mugs be asking where I've been at. Well, here's the breakdown. Waiting on my savior return like I'm on a stakeout. People wanna hate now cause Eric don't wanna hang out, homie. That's okay, I'd rather take my lady out for steakhouse. I don't play around or bang with a set. I write this music every day, I'd rather hang with the pen. I've been taking some trips, everything is a gift. Just got back from Israel, next week is Bangladesh. I swear it's all God. I got my toes inside of chanclas. Texas living Las Palapas with some hot fries. We are not friends just because we lock eyes. I can hang with people that dream of a dream and not try. I bet you're wondering how I'm capturing your attention. I got a message for the restless, you gon' won't listen. Come on in, won't you lean close? I serve a God that took my drug addiction, Jesus gave me hope. It's kinda funny how people scared of his name. It's kinda funny how human beings thinking they can. You belong to him, bro, how you not know it? Look outside a beautiful creation, Big Bang did not do it. You can have all the illest toys. You can smoke, you can drink, still won't fill the void. Get that girl, get that boy, but that still won't bring you joy. The voice of God will only get louder, you'll never kill that noise, no. hope. I've been out here on a different mission, trying to do the will of God, can't distract my vision. I'm so driven, you can't hold me, I'm so focused on a solely. Don't believe me, ask anybody that used to know me. Look, homie, I do what I say, stay frugal and pray. Daily bread coming, Father never late, got food on the way. I don't care about impressing people, I never did. Let the words I say seep inside your veins like a sedative. I'll drop the illest track, but I don't care, no one sees it. I ain't really looking for pats on the back for my achievements. I post my music once, then I keep it moving. The quickest way to failure, worry about what others doing. Why we always searching for the affirmation? It's deep inside our hearts, it's written on our faces. Either way, I'm always nice to everyone. I don't care if they get it, I always put my best foot forward, song like Nowinski pivot. People act surprised like nobody's discovered me. Chill, homie, I'm exactly where I wanna be. It's funny how the world thinks that they the ones that validate me. I'm validated, I ain't never waiting on no one to crown me. I'm validated by some nails, how about 3? When I rhyme it's a crime, you know, like a high treason. 2020, I'm flying high, it's my policies. This the year I'm just doing my dance. Voice of God, crystal clear, nobody ruining plans. Hilgy in the process build, I told y'all I wasn't kidding, yeah. Me and wifey about to build an orphanage in India. We ain't hit the pinnacle yet, we finna go up. These blogs at the cynical, yeah, it's never enough. If you gotta lie just to get what you want, don't you think eventually you'll fall with no foundation of love? I don't waste a bar, you hip to height of pubs, that means you waste a bar. My little bro told me keep rapping, thank you Mark. I've been told the flow sharper than razor blades. I come in with the best suits, nothing changes when I'm playing spades. I remember those nights in Aurora, steak and shake, late night, cherry limeades, cheers, bangarang. I've been down south, trying to serve the one above. San Antonio building a home for wifey and my dogs.
Here we go, Starbucks.
Yo, the dude Hilgy, the man of the hour who I was interviewing a little bit earlier. Shout out to Hilgy. Dope video there for those asking. Dope track. Hilgy's always been one of those who obviously does songs, 2, 3 verses, hook, all that stuff. Sometimes he'll come out and just give you 24 or 36 bars. Shoot a video, turn it off. One of the ways where I saw back in the day him shooting a video, and it would just be something like that, and I was like, oh yeah, that's dope. Just go out there, give him some bars, get your point across, point to God, move on to the next song. So shout out to Hilgy, love what you're doing, man. Keep it up, love you, bro. All right, I think I got one more here. We'll play one more video here, and then we'll wrap up the video section. Let me see if we got anything left. I think we got one more. No, that was it. Those are the videos for this week. I was gonna play. I'm gonna get into a segment from Strid. My man Andrew. Strid has a show called Irregular Raps. He does a great job with his show. He does a lot of reviews, some in-depth reviews, and I love the way he breaks down music, and great dude. Also does music himself, and I want to just kind of highlight his show, Irregular Raps. Make sure you're tuning into it. You can find it on Facebook. You can find him on YouTube. Check him out here. This is just a review of one of the songs that he was doing, and I'll let him kind of break.
All right, yeah, let's get into it. Next song. This is a music video. Never heard of this dude, Joey Ventus. Name of the song is Statement, featuring No Big Deal, Aaron Cole, and John Keith. Let's see.
Keep on shooting, I snatch you up, call me boss. Got the blade in the trunk, now they looking for us. Hide the spaceship and switch to a Ford Taurus. I do not mess around with mediocre. I pull up in our bag and ain't playing poker. Drink out the glass if it's Coca-Cola. When I'm out in Atlanta, you know we rollin'. Undertaker in the paddy wagon. Lethal injection, I body bag 'em. I been fed up like I really had it. Pat my arms with the cannon like it was Madden. Get to my spot, ain't nobody guarding. Run your mouth, I reply like I beg your pardon. First for your name,
all right, so love this song. Feels like a cypher song. The type of beat, and you just got bars on this one too. You know. The other thing is that the structure of the song just goes back and forth with verse and no hooks. So that's interesting. You got different artists, but I mean that's why it sounds like a cypher song. You're really not gonna hear a hook on a cypher song or chorus on a cypher song. You're really gonna hear straight up bars all the way through, no matter how many artists you got. That's what's so exciting about ciphers. Said that before when I talked about these 4 lady MCs when they were doing their thing in this music video, but it was literally called Cypher. Cypher, I think 2.0 or 3.0, but they killed it. I love this song. Aaron Cole, man, one of them artists, he's showing his versatility on this song to me because I'm used to hearing him sing. I did hear him rap on a different track before, but he's definitely showing his versatility. I mean, I think many fans who know him as an artist will say the same thing, but to see him like really spitting lyrics, bars on his song is impressive, and I'm sure it's surprising to many of his fans. But all these guys, man, they killed it. So now I've heard of Joey Vantes. I know the other artists, I've heard of them. No Big Deal and John Keith, they doing their thing.
So there's all his tags and handles and all that stuff. So y'all follow him. Good dude. Someone who I've got to know over the last couple years. So make sure y'all keep an eye out for regular raps and Strid. He's doing good stuff. So, yeah. So appreciate it, y'all. Again, thanks for tuning in. We're gonna keep these rolling. I'm gonna kind of keep incorporating those interviews. So artists, I'm gonna be reaching out to some artists and just doing some interviews. Probably keep them a little bit shorter than I did with Eric, with Hilgy. But again, I just wanted to catch up, talk a little bit about old times and all that good stuff with him. So appreciate Hilgy coming on the show. Appreciate the artists, those who I played today on the live. And thanks again for Mike and Strid for letting me use their words of wisdom, their reviews, their nuggets, and all that kind of stuff. So appreciate y'all. See y'all next week, hopefully, and we're going to keep these rolling. Y'all be good. Make sure you get some exercise, get outside. Don't eat everything that comes in front of you. So peace. Love y'all. See y'all next time.